Jermain Colin Defoe is an English footballer who plays as a striker for Toronto FC of Major League Soccer and the England national football team. Defoe began his career with Charlton Athletic, joining their youth team at age 14, before moving to West Ham United aged 16 and rising through the ranks. He made his professional debut for West Ham in 2000, and after a season-long loan spell at Bournemouth during the 2000-01 season, established himself in the West Ham lineup. After West Ham's relegation in 2003, a move to Tottenham in January 2004 soon followed, where Defoe played for 4 years before being sold to Portsmouth in January 2008. He spent 1 season at Fratton Park before returning to Tottenham in the January 2009 transfer window. In April 2011, Defoe became the 20th player to score a century of Premier League goals, and is currently the 14th highest goal scorer in Premier League history. He became the 5th highest goal scorer in Tottenham's history in September 2013, and the club's highest goal scorer in European competitions in November 2013. Defoe also holds the Premier League record for the most goals scored as a substitute, with 22, as of January 11, 2014. Defoe made his England debut in 2004 and has made 55 appearances, scoring 19 goals, including 2 appearances and a goal at the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Early life: born in London, to a St. Lucian mother and Dominican father, Defoe attended St. Joachim Primary School in Custom House and St. Bonaventure's Catholic Comprehensive School in Forest Gate, London. He joined the Sunday League teams Senrab, well known in London for producing players such as Lebo Wire, John Terry, Ashley Cole and Ledley King, and then joined the FA National School of Excellence at Lilleshall, Shropshire, as a 14-year-old in 1997. While he was there he attended Edsall School. Club career: Defoe was spotted playing football by Charlton Athletic, who enrolled him at the FA National School of Excellence at Lilleshall Hall in 1997. 2 years later, he took the controversial decision, aged 16, to turn professional with West Ham United, following which Charlton was subsequently awarded a compensation package rising to £1.4 million depending on Premiership and international appearances. At West Ham, he was a member of the under-19 team that won the Premier Academy League title in 1999, scoring twice against Arsenal in the playoff final, and went on to make his first team debut in a League Cup game against Walsall in September 2000, scoring the only goal in a 1-0 win. The following season, he joined second division club Bournemouth on a near-season-long loan, where he scored in 10 consecutive games, equaling John Aldridge's and Clary Jordan's post-war record. He scored 18 goals in 29 league appearances for Bournemouth. West Ham manager Harry Redknapp tipped him for stardom, saying, "He's done great. I sent him out to Bournemouth to get some experience playing league football and he's coped marvellously. To score 10 goals in 10 games is a terrific achievement. He's a bright lad who's full of confidence. Nothing knocks him, he's a typical goal scorer. If he misses, he'll be there the next time looking for a goal. He's a kid with a big future." Defoe finished as the West Ham's top scorer in the 2001-02 season despite being used primarily as a substitute by manager Glenn Reeder, scoring 14 goals in 39 league and cup appearances, including the only goal in a 1-0 away win against Manchester United in December 2001, as West Ham finished 7th in the Premiership. He scored a further 11 goals in 42 league and cup appearances in the 2002-03 season but was unable to prevent West Ham from being relegated. Less than 24 hours after the club had been relegated, Defoe made a written request for a transfer, saying, "As much as I love West Ham United, I feel that now is the right time for me to move on in my career. This is very much a career decision. I'm very ambitious and hungry to achieve at the highest levels of the game for both club and country." The timing of his request however drew criticism from both fans and teammates and was turned down by the club. He later apologized to supporters, saying, "I mishandled that move and I can only apologize. I'm young and I've learned from it. I still played my hardest for West Ham and gave them 100% and want to thank the fans for their support. Defoe began the 2003-04 season with West Ham but a refusal to sign a new contract and disciplinary problems, including 3 sendings off, which saw him play only 22 games out of a possible 34, led to West Ham accepting an offer from Tottenham Hotspur for him in the January transfer window. Defoe had scored 41 goals in 105 league and cup appearances for West Ham. Tottenham Hotspur. Defoe joined Tottenham in January 2004 for an initial fee of £6 million, rising to £7 million depending on specific performance criteria, and with Bobby Zamora joining West Ham. Manager David Pleat said, "I can't think of a British striker at his age who has achieved as much in such a short space of time. His goal record for a 21-year-old is quite exceptional. I hope he will have a fine career at Tottenham." Defoe marked his arrival at Tottenham with a goal on his debut in the 4-3 home win over Portsmouth in February 2004 and added a further 6 in the remainder of the 2003-04 season, scoring 7 goals in 15 matches. He then scored 13 goals in 36 matches in the Premier League, including a hat-trick in a 5-1 win over Southampton in December 2004, and 9 goals in 8 games in the FA Cup and League Cup, in the 2004-05 season. He also received the club's Player of the Year award for the 2004 calendar year as voted by season ticket holders and Spurs members. Despite speculation linking him with other clubs, Defoe signed a new 4.5-year contract with Tottenham in April 2005. The following season was not as profitable for Defoe, and Spurs manager Martin Jol used Defoe in rotation with Robbie Keane and Mido providing the competition for a starting position. Defoe started 23 times and came on as substitute 13 times, scoring 9 goals. Defoe made 49 league and cup appearances for Tottenham, scoring 18 goals, during the 2006-07 season as Tottenham competed in the UEFA Cup as well as the domestic competitions. He appeared to bite West Ham player Javier Mascherano on the shoulder during Tottenham's 1-0 win over West Ham in October 2006, sparking a melee between players of both sides. The FA declined to take action against Defoe as the referee, Steve Bennett, had booked Defoe for the incident. He scored his 50th goal for Tottenham in the 2-1 win over Aston Villa on Boxing Day in December 2006, in which he scored both goals, and scored in Tottenham's 2-0 win over Charlton in May 2007, which condemned his former club to relegation to the Championship. Defoe later offered his sympathy for Charlton and expressed his wishes for them to bounce straight back to the Premiership the following season, in a post-match interview. During the summer of 2007, there was speculation about Defoe's future at Tottenham following the arrival of Darren Bent for a fee of £16.5 million. Defoe however insisted that he would stay at Tottenham and fight for his place, saying "I'm really excited about the new season and the prospect of another campaign in Europe. We have made some good signings and are now stronger and better equipped to compete in all competitions." On September 20, 2007, Defoe came on as a substitute against Unorthosis from Augusta, scoring twice in a 6-1 win, his first goals of the season. On November 25, 2007 he missed a penalty against former club West Ham United at the Boleyn Ground in added time which would have won the game for Spurs. The game finished 1-1. Portsmouth. Defoe joined Portsmouth in January 2008 for £6 million. He scored the equalising goal on his debut, a 1-1 draw at home to Chelsea. In March 2008, he was unable to play against Tottenham as the Premier League ruled that he was ineligible to do so as he was initially signed on loan in January 2008. In Portsmouth's game against Wigan Athletic the following week, he scored twice and in doing so became the first ever Portsmouth player to score in his first 5 home games. Due to appearances in Tottenham's third and fourth round ties, Defoe found himself cup-tied for all the subsequent matches of Pompey's successful FA Cup 2007-08 campaign. This was particularly unfortunate as Defoe's transfer also resulted in him missing out on playing in Spurs' League Cup final victory over Chelsea despite appearing in every match en route to the final. Defoe ended the 2007 Euro 08 season with 8 goals in 12 appearances for Portsmouth. Defoe scored Portsmouth's first goal of the 2008 Euro 09 season on August 30, 2008 with the opener in a 3-0 win at Everton, and then scored their first home goals on September 13, with a brace against Middlesbrough. 5 days later, he contributed a goal and an assist in Pompey's first ever major European match, Portsmouth's 2-0 UEFA Cup first round win over Vita Rio Guimara Pounders on September 18. Return to Tottenham. During January 2009, Portsmouth chairman Peter Storey revealed Jermain Defoe's intentions to leave the club in the near future. This came after joining the club only in the same transfer window of the previous year. It was reported that Defoe's former club Tottenham Hotspur made a formal approach for the striker but no agreement was reached. Spurs manager Harry Redknapp described the clubs as miles apart in their valuation of the player, suggesting that Portsmouth wanted in excess of £20 million. After negotiations, Portsmouth accepted a bid from Tottenham thought to be around £15.75 million on January 6, 2009. The player had agreed to a 5-year deal at an estimated £60,000 a week. Defoe was confirmed as a Tottenham player by his new club on January 9, 2009. Defoe was presented at White Hart Lane before the start of Spurs' League Cup clash against Burnley, after Spurs fans made it clear they wanted the striker back at White Hart Lane. On August 30, 2012, Tottenham announced on Twitter that Defoe has signed with the club for a further 3 years. 2008 Euro 09 season, Defoe made his return debut on January 11, 2009 in a Premier League game against Wigan, scoring his first goal against former club Portsmouth at White Hart Lane on January 18, 2009. Tottenham went on to draw the match 1-1. He also scored his second goal in the League Cup semi-final second leg loss at Burnley, which helped Spurs book a place in the final via the away goals rule. He scored 3 goals in his first 4 games before getting an injury which meant that for the second time under Harry Redknapp's management at Portsmouth and Tottenham, Defoe would not go to Wembley and would miss out on a final. He returned for Spurs against Newcastle on April 19 in which Tottenham won the game 1-0. He scored his first goal since his return from injury in a 2-1 win against Manchester City and helped his team secure 8th place in the league. 2009 Euro 10 season, Defoe received the number 18 shirt after the loan spell of former Manchester United player Fraser Campbell had ended, the same kit number that he wore during his first spell with Tottenham Hotspur. On August 19, 2009, Defoe scored the third hat-trick of his career in a 5-1 away victory over Hull City in the second game of the 2009 Euro 10 season. Following the match, his manager Harry Redknapp stated his high opinion of Defoe, with Ronaldo gone, he can push to be the top scorer. After a fine run of form which saw him score 7 goals for club and country, Defoe was named Barclays Player of the Month for August 2009. On September 12, 2009, Defoe scored after 38 seconds with an overhead kick against 2008 Euro 09 Premier League champions Manchester United in a match which ended in a 3-1 loss for Tottenham, taking his tally for the 2009 Euro 10 season to 5 goals in 5 games. On September 23, 2009, Defoe scored a header during Tottenham's 5-1 win over Preston. Defoe scored a goal and was sent off during the match against his former club, Portsmouth. Defoe scored 5 goals at White Hart Lane in a 9-1 thrashing of Wigan Athletic on November 22, 2009. This included the second fastest hat-trick in Premier League history, which was scored in 7 minutes. In doing so, Defoe became only the third player to score 5 goals in one Premier League match after Alan Shearer and Andrew Cole. Dimitar Berbatov has subsequently managed to equal this feat. After the game, Harry Redknapp further asserted his belief that Defoe would go on to be the Premier League's top scorer in 2009 Euro 10. Redknapp later said that Rooney is the best all-round attacking player but Defoe is the best finisher in England and should be a regular for England. On December 19, 2009, he started alongside Peter Crouch against Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park in a 2-0 victory but was replaced by Robbie Keane on 67 minutes. On February 3, Defoe claimed his third hat-trick of the season in an FA Cup fourth-round replay against Leeds United at Elland Road with Spurs winning 3-1. His rich vein of form continued on February 21, with another goal in the Premier League, against Wigan. His most recent goal was a penalty in their win against Chelsea, which was the second London club they beat in just 4 days, after a famous 2-1 win over Arsenal. This took his tally to 24 goals for the season. Defoe committed a significant number of handball offences during the season, being penalised for the offence on 19 occasions, some 9 more than any other player. 2010-11 season, Defoe played his part in Tottenham qualifying for the Champions League group stage, thanks to a controversial goal against Young Boys, where he applied his hand to take the ball with him in the first place. He was injured in September on duty with the national team, being out for 2.5 months, before making his comeback in Tottenham's victory against Arsenal in the North London derby. Defoe won a header, which started the attack in which Gareth Bale scored to begin the comeback in which Spurs won 3-2. On December 26, 2010, he received a straight red card, his first of the season and first since October 17, 2009, in a match at Aston Villa. His team leading at the time went on to secure the win despite playing over an hour of the match with 10 men. Defoe began Tottenham's FA Cup campaign with a brace of goals in the third-round match at home to Charlton Athletic on January 9, 2011, Spurs winning 3-0, but in the following round they were defeated at Fulham. In the Premier League he got his first league goals of the season on March 6, 2011, against Wolverhampton Wanderers, getting the first 2 goals for Spurs in a 3-3 draw. He scored his third goal of the 2010-11 season with a long shot with his left foot against West Bromwich Albion. This was a triple landmark for Defoe as it was his 100th Premier League goal as well as his 100th goal scored as a Tottenham player. In addition, it signified the 1,000th goal scored for Tottenham in the Premier League era. 2011-12 season. In pre-season, Defoe scored 2 goals, one coming in a 3-0 win against Orlando Pirates on July 23, and the other in a 2-1 win against Athletic Bilbao at White Hart Lane on August 6. Defoe started the season by scoring in a 5-0 win against Hearts in a Europa League playoff game on August 18. His first Premier League goal of the season came in a 2-0 win at Wolverhampton Wanderers, scoring the second goal after exchanging passes with Nico Kranjcar. His first goal of 2012 came in a 1-0 home win against West Brom, converting a Gareth Bale cross. He scored on the last day of the season against Fulham, the second in a 2-0 win. Defoe ended the season with 17 goals in 38 games. In the Premier League he scored 11 in 25 appearances, of which only 11 were starts. 2012-13 season, Defoe started by scoring on the opening day of the season against Newcastle United during a 2-1 defeat. He scored the 200th goal of his club career in a 4-2 defeat to Chelsea on October 20 and on November 8, he scored a hat-trick in a 3-1 win against NK Maribor in the Europa League. In doing so overtook Teddy Sheringham in the club's all-time goal scorers list. Defoe made his 500th career club appearance in a 1-1 draw with Manchester United at White Hart Lane on January 20, 2013. On April 21, 2013, Defoe scored his 15th goal of the season in the home match against Manchester City, in a 3-1 win. The goal took him level with Alan Gilesian in joint 7th place on the all-time Tottenham Hotspur scorers list. 2013-14 season, Defoe started the season as a substitute with new signing, striker Roberto Soldado, starting for Tottenham. Manager Andre Villas-Boas used him as a first-choice striker for their opening games in the Europa League, and on August 29 he scored his first goals of the campaign in a 3-0 home win against Dinamo Tbilisi. The result took Tottenham through to the group stages, 8-0 on aggregate after winning 5-0 in the first leg. On September 19, Defoe scored twice in a 3-0 victory against Tromsø in the Europa League group stages, taking his tally in Europe to within 2 goals of record holder, Martin Chivers. On September 24, 2013 he scored another 2, in a 4-0 win against Villa, in the League Cup, which took his tally for Tottenham to 139 goals, moving him past George Hunt as the club's 5th highest scorer of all time. His goal on October 3 against Anzi Mokhachkala in a 2-0 win took him to 1 short of the club's all-time record of 22 held by Chivers. 2 further goals, against FC Sheriff in 2 consecutive fixtures in the Europa League, saw Defoe with 23 European goals, 1 more than Chivers' previous record as Tottenham's highest European goal scorer. Defoe said Chivers had been at the game and had encouraged him to beat his record. Toronto FC. On January 10, 2014, Tottenham announced that Defoe was leaving to join Major League Soccer side Toronto FC, effective February 28, 2014. He agreed to a 4-year deal worth between £68,000 and £90,000 a week. Toronto began its pursuit of Defoe the previous October, when the team management met with him in London, and he received phone calls from rapper Drake, a Toronto native. The transfer also includes an agreement between Tottenham and Toronto's owners, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, involving marketing, merchandise and broadcast rights, as well as a friendly match during Tottenham's North American tour in July 2014. Defoe was immediately loaned back to Tottenham until the end of February 2014, with whom he made 2 more appearances as a substitute. Defoe debuted with Toronto FC in their season opener at Seattle Sounders FC on March 15, 2014, scoring both goals in their 2-1 victory. International career, youth. Defoe was capped by England at 2 youth levels, earning 8 caps for the under-16s and 7 caps for the under-18s. Defoe's form for Bournemouth in the 2000-01 season saw him selected for the England under-21 team to play Mexico in May 2001, and he marked his debut with a second goal as England U21s won 3-0. He went on to gain 23 caps for England at under-21 level, scoring 7 goals. 2006 World Cup cycle, Defoe debuted for the senior England team in a 1-0 defeat to Sweden in March 2004, coming on as an early substitute for the injured Darius Vassell. England manager Sven Paragraph ran Eriksson singled out Defoe's display for praise in an otherwise poor performance by England, saying, "Jermain Defoe did very well I liked what I saw. He showed that he can do very well even in international football and that he is technically very good. Jermain is quick and he knows where the goal is." He was not, however, selected for the England squad to take part in Euro 2004. He made his first start for England in a World Cup qualifying match against Poland in September 2004, scoring in a 2-1 win. Eriksson again paid tribute to Defoe, saying, "Jermain is a great talent. It couldn't have been much better for him. He did very well. He scored 1 goal and created other chances as well. He is a great player who will always score goals." Despite appearing regularly for England in World Cup qualifying games and friendly matches, Defoe was not named in the provisional England squad for the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany and named only on a 5-man standby list. He joined the squad for training in Germany, but returned to England when Wayne Rooney was cleared to play after having suffered a foot injury in April. He confessed that he was baffled by his omission, saying, "I've been involved in every squad for the last 2 years and feel I've played a part in helping us to qualify. I have never felt fitter and sharper than I was in training and believe I could have scored goals in the tournament. It's a strange decision and everybody I speak to thinks so as well." Eriksson explained why Defoe was not selected for the England squad. "Jermain had a very bad season. I don't think he deserved to go to the World Cup." 2010 World Cup cycle, Steve McClaren, who took over as England manager after the World Cup, selected Defoe for England in his first match, a friendly against Greece in August 2006. Defoe continued to be selected and to appear for England in Euro 2008 qualifying games and friendly matches. Defoe was initially omitted from Fabio Capello's first squad, with the new manager insisting he would only select players who were playing regular club football. One day after scoring on his Portsmouth debut, Defoe was recalled to the England squad to replace the injured Gabriel Agbonleha. Defoe took his international goals tally up to 5 in the Caribbean on June 1, 2008, when he scored twice against Trinidad and Tobago, and in the process staking a claim for a more regular place in the international team. Defoe scored his first competitive international goal of 2008 with a final goal in England's 5-1 win over Kazakhstan on October 11, 2008, after coming on as a late sub for Wayne Rooney. He also scored 2 goals in 3 minutes against Andorra in a 2009 World Cup qualifier. His 2009 Euro 10 season got off to the perfect start as he came from the bench to score both goals in the 2-Euro 2 draw against the Netherlands at the Amsterdam Arena on August 12, 2009, and was announced as man of the match. On June 23, 2010, he scored the only goal in England's third group stage match against Slovenia in the World Cup. This goal gave England the win they needed to progress into the round of 16. 2014 World Cup cycle, he then opened up the scoring for England's Euro 2012 qualifying campaign against Bulgaria, volleying home from the 6-yard box after a cross from Ashley Cole, whose initial effort was saved by the Bulgarian goalkeeper Nikolay Mihailov. Defoe went on to score his first international hat-trick, which was the first hat-trick at the new Wembley. Defoe was called up to the England squad to face Wales on March 26, 2011. He was an unused substitute. Defoe was named as a member of the England squad for Euro 2012. Defoe did not play for the full 90 minutes in any of his first 50 international appearances. He has 32 appearances as a substitute, which is a record number for an England player, and played his first full 90 minutes against Ukraine on September 11, 2012 in his 51st cap. Defoe started England's first 2014 World Cup qualifying match against Moldova and scored his 17th goal for England, tying him with David Beckham. Defoe didn't get into the 23 man squad for the World Cup. Defoe believes that he likely won a Euro unregistered trademark T ever get over the decision, and I'd only a Euro unregistered trademark T think he a Euro unregistered trademark LL ever be at peace with it. However, he was named as one of 7 players on standby. International statistics. International goals, scores and results list England's goal tally first. Honours, individual, Premier League Player of the Month, August 2009, Edge Performance of the Month, October 2009, Tottenham Hotspur FC Moment of the Year 2009, a Euro 10, Premier League Goal of the Month, November 2012, Career Statistics, as of June 28, 2014, 1. Includes UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League. 2. Includes Football League Trophy and FA Community Shield. 3. Includes CONCACAF Champions League. Personal life, Defoe is a Christian. On April 24, 2009, his 26-year-old half-brother, Jade Gavin Defoe, known to many as the grime artist Escobar, died of head injuries following an assault in Leytonstone, London. On June 7, 2012, Defoe's father died. At this time Defoe was with the England squad at UEFA Euro 2012. He returned to the UK upon receiving the news of his father's death. It was later revealed that he planned to rejoin the England squad before their opening game against France on June 11, 2012. Notes. References. External links, Jermain Defoe at tottenhamhotspur.com, Jermain Defoe official Jermain Defoe website. Jermain Defoe a Euro FIFA competition record, Jermain Defoe career stats at Soxerbase, Jermain Defoe profile and stats at footballdatabase.com.